Hey guys, my name is Marvin Weiss, and in today's video, I want to talk about a simple one-person business that can make $10,000 in pure profit every single month, or even potentially more. Now, obviously, no income claims, no guarantees. It's just what has worked for me. I'm going to share everything with you inside this video. And this business model is very dear to my heart. Anyone can start it. You don't need any employees. You have no products to ship, no clients to manage, and you just don't have any of these typical headaches that come with making good money, I guess. So in case you don't know me, which I assume, my name is Marvin, and I've been an entrepreneur since I was 15. My first business was actually selling adult toys for my parents' basement back in the day on Amazon. Funny business, good business. And ever since, I've started a couple of businesses. I actually sold one of my businesses back in the day. In my best months, I've done over $200,000 in revenue with very healthy profit margins. But speaking from experience, I can tell you that if you simply want to make more money, you probably shouldn't start a business. You should do something completely different, okay? Now, I tell you that because after making millions of dollars online, I can speak from experience, and I can tell you that most of these business models that people try to sell you a course on or whatever, sure, they work, but they're not really suitable for beginners. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Take running an online shop, for example. And I have friends making millions of dollars every single month with their own online shops, obviously. This business model is super, super difficult, and there's a reason for it. So let's say you start with your own online shop, okay? Now, usually you need to build a website. Then you need to find products to sell. Then you need to run ads to get people onto that website where they can purchase those products. Then you have payment processing, meaning someone now has purchased, you believe you've done all the work, and then you need to actually get the money out from the payment processor onto your bank account. You have customer success, customer fulfillment, you have supply chain management. So in general, you see where I'm going. You have so many moving parts, and if any one of these moving parts is not completely dialed in, your business can potentially fail. To give you an example, I have so many friends who are extremely talented. They know exactly what they're doing, and they've been successful for a long, long time. I have one friend of mine right now. He has a very successful online shop, and they've been selling, what can I say? They've been selling things for your home, let me just put it this way, for about 4 years now. Very successful business. At their peak, they were doing like $30,000 a day, okay? And he's a bit sick and tired of that business because it has so many complications. So he started a new online shop. But even that guy who's so experienced, he knows exactly how to run Facebook ads and how to optimize an online shop for the highest conversions whatsoever. He now has trouble making even a profit running ads to his online shop because he needs to find a new product that people actually want to buy. Then if people buy that product, he needs to deliver that product to these people. And then he needs to get money out of that payment processor onto his bank account. And people believe that it's an easy thing to do. Just talking about payment processing, guys, if you have 100 orders, okay, so 100 people buy your product from your online shop. If just one person, 1% does a chargeback, your payment processing is most likely going to get shut down. And then all the money, all the revenue that you've generated will be stuck on your payment processor. You won't be able to get that money out. So you had the cost to deliver those products. You had the ad spend to get those customers to buy your products. But the payment processing company will just not release those funds to your bank account. And then you're screwed. And that's just, if you're just starting out, that's so difficult for a beginner to make money with this business model. Same with running an agency. I see so many guys promoting courses or even coachings about, hey, you should start your own SMMA and agency or whatever it is. And most of these agencies are obviously marketing agencies. And just think about running an agency. As an agency owner, you need to generate leads for your service. Then, so marketing. Then you need to sell those leads, your services, for multiple thousands of dollars every single month. And then you need to be able to deliver on those services that you promised in your sales call. So let's just take a look at marketing and sales, okay? Fulfillment, I'm not even going to talk about it. In order to generate leads, because the agency space is super competitive. You need to run ads, most likely, okay? So you need to be able to know, what should I say in my ads? How can I advertise my service on Facebook? So you need to know how to run Facebook ads. You need to build a website, like a lead generation page. You have so many things that are moving. You have so many moving parts in that scenario as well, like show up rates. People just won't show up to the call that they booked with you. So there's so many moving parts just in the marketing side of running an agency. Same with sales calls. Have you ever sold a service for multiple thousands of dollars every single month? If not, do you think it's an easy thing to sell? Especially if they have hundreds of other agencies that they can go to? Well, probably not. So you end up making claims and promises that you just cannot deliver once you have to fulfill on the promises that you made. So the agency space, sure, works. And I speak from experience here. I have had online shops that made multiple 5, even 6 figures in revenues every single month. I had an agency and we were doing multiple 5 figures in profit every single month. So I speak from experience here. These business models suck, especially for beginners, because you have so many moving parts and it's just extremely difficult to scale those business models to a certain level. And if you just want to make $10,000 per month in profit, there's a business model that is way simpler and I believe is actually way more suitable for beginners, and that is day trading. Now, when it comes to day trading, there's so many beliefs about it. People think day trading doesn't work. Day trading is a scam. Most people lose when day trading, which is true, by the way. Or it's just extremely time intensive and you need so many strategies. It's just extremely difficult to learn whatsoever. But I will talk about all of these things in just a second. For now, I want to tell you why making $10,000 per month or even more is quite easy, actually, with day trading compared to the other business models. So if you look at e-com, you have your own online shop, and I know this because I see those numbers every single day from my friends. One of my friends is doing about $4 million per month, so big business, with his online shop. His profit margin, guys, is 6%. I have another friend who's selling leggings for women for the gym, and he has a profit margin of about 10%, guys. So if he makes $100,000 in revenue, which is obviously a very successful business, $1.2 million a year, very difficult to do. He has so many employees, so many products to ship. He makes about 10 grand in profit. Okay, that's not a one-person business anymore. That's a huge business. Okay. So there is an easier way to do that type of money. And in my opinion, it's trading because A, I've done it with trading, and B, I've also done it with other business models. So I know the comparison. So let's actually take a look at trading. As a trader, you only need to make $500 per day in profit because you have 20 trading days in every single month in order to get to $10,000 in pure profit every single month. All right. Now that we know that, most people believe that they need a lot of money to get started and they need a lot of money to trade with, which is not true. So all you need as a trader is 3 things. You need a laptop or a computer. You need a prop trading firm, which we'll get to in just a second. And you need a working strategy, a strategy that's proven to work. So a laptop, we don't need to talk about that because you most likely have one. Second, a prop trading firm. So there's companies out there that give you their capital to work with, to trade with, in return for about 20% of the profits that you generate. So for example, there's companies, prop trading firms, that can give you up to 20 accounts simultaneously. For example, a $100,000 prop trading account. And you need to generate a certain amount of profit to prove to them that you're actually profitable, and then they will actually pay you out, obviously. It's a bit more complicated, but I'm going to keep it very simple for the sake of this video. And then let's say you have 5 accounts that you trade with, okay? 5 accounts. It's not that complicated to do, to be completely fair. You need to generate about $100 in pure profit on each and every single one of these accounts in order to get to $500 per day. Now, I'm not making any promises here, but check out my channel. I have so many videos on there where you can see me trade and where I lose money, but where I also make money. Obviously in trading, you can lose money. It's not a secret, right? But making $100 in profit per account And you can just copy your trades, obviously, onto these other 4 accounts. It's not the most difficult thing to do if you have the right strategy. And let's talk about that in just a second. So my strategy is super simple, actually. I wait until the market goes to a certain level, reaches a certain price level. And if the market does a few things in that price level, I will either buy or I will either sell. That's it. That's the entire strategy. Now, also on my channel, I have a couple more videos about that. If you are interested in that, feel free to check them out. But that's all you need. So as long as you have a couple of these prop trading accounts and you generate about $100 in profit per account and you multiply your trades onto 4 other accounts, you are already at $500 per day in profit. Okay, not revenue, profit. And the cool thing is, as a trader, I usually trade for about 30 to 60 minutes per day. That's about it. And you have no employees. And the money that you generate is pure profit. Meaning, if you generate $500 per day, that's profit. And just think about that. If you make $500 per day, you multiply that by 20 trading days. And you can trade pretty much at any time of the day with the strategies, at least, that I show people. Okay? You're already at $10,000 per month, which is, if you have a traditional business, $100,000 in revenue, which is a huge business. It's a 7-figure business. Most people will never get to 7 figures with their business because it's extremely difficult. You have so many moving parts. Yet with trading, you have only one moving part, to be fair, which is, hey, the market does this. Let's take a look at my strategy, the moving part. And if certain criteria, if certain requirements actually happen, well, you either buy or you sell. And if you're in a trade and you see that it's either going in your direction or it's going against your direction, well, you just get out either with a profit or with a loss. And the game is win more than you lose. That's one moving part. So if you're a beginner, it's amazing that you can actually start a business, and trading is a business, where you have one moving part and you can make money that way. And the cool thing is, nothing is holding you back of doing more. Meaning, sure, you can make $100 per account, but you can also make $200 or $400. And it's just a click of a button. So if I want to scale my agency, I have to hire new employees. I need to scale up my marketing campaigns. I need to make sure that the leads are actually qualified. So many moving parts again in just scaling my business. In trading, I just click a few buttons and I increase my size that I trade with. And then I'm already hopefully making more money. It's that simple, all right? And now I want to talk about some objections that most people think of when they think of trading. So I think the most common objection why people don't start with trading is, hey, 99% of traders fail. And that is true. It's a true statistic. And I'm not promising you that you will make money trading because the statistic is true. Most people will not make money trading. The thing is, most businesses will also fail. I think after 5 years or something, I'm not sure about the statistic, but after 5 years, I think 95% of all businesses also fail and go out of business. And that doesn't mean that the other 5% actually do make a lot of money, okay? And also, most traders don't know what they're doing. They don't have a working strategy, a strategy that is proven to work. And that's why these statistics are actually out there, and that's why they are true. But if you know what you're doing, if you have a strategy that's proven to work, then making money trading is actually possible. And the cool thing is, it's a lot simpler than with any other business model out there. Now, also, many people think that trading is very complicated, okay? And for me, it depends. Think of trading like playing golf, okay? So when you play golf, you have a hole, right? You start here at the tee, and then here's the hole. Usually what you do is you start with a driver, so a club that actually takes you very far, but not very precise. Then you use an iron to get onto the green where the hole is located, and then you use a putter to actually get the ball into the hole with high precision, right? Trading is nothing different, to be fair. First, you have your driver, which is, in my case, a volume profile. It's just an indicator that I use that's based on the complete truth, in my opinion. And that tells you, hey, you need to go into that direction. For example, today you only want to place buy trades. You only want to trade long because the market is going in an uptrend. Okay, that's my driver. I know the rough direction. I'm going long today. Then I have my irons, meaning I'm trying to get onto the green now. I'm trying to get closer to my entry, or in golf, to get the ball into the hole. And that is, okay, which are where are my price levels? Where are my price levels where I do want to place and exit my trades? And then once price has reached those price levels, I'm using my putter, which in my case is Bookmap, a software that I use to find very precise entries. So I use that to actually get in and out of my trades in as little as 60 seconds. Sometimes I have trades where I get in and I'm out with a nice profit within 60 seconds or less. It's amazing. So trading is not really complicated if you know what you're doing, but you have to obviously put in some work in order to know what you're doing. And then, and that's also true, there's so many scammers out there. Guys, please be careful who you listen to when it comes to trading. Some people will try to tell you that there's a holy grail of trading, which there's none, okay? Trading is very complicated in terms of there's so many things that do work, so many combinations of things that work. So you need to be careful when someone promises you, hey, this is the holy grail of trading, run away. Okay, there's no holy grail of trading. There's only things that work and things that don't work. Combinations of things that work and combinations of things that don't work. So I'm not telling you that my strategy is perfect, it's the holy grail, because it isn't, okay? Because there is none. Yet my strategy works, at least for me. No promises, no guarantees, but it works for me. And that's it, guys. And then if someone tells you that, well, you can make your own informed decision on, yes, this could also work for me because I have 30 to 60 minutes per day that I can actually trade with. I have a laptop. I can follow these steps. Okay, this could actually work for me. And that's it, guys. That is all you need in terms of trading. So if you're interested in learning more about it, if you believe like, hey, this could actually work for me and all of these things Marvin just has said actually do make sense, which hopefully they do, feel free to check out my channel, guys. On my channel, I post pretty much every day my trades. So if I trade, I post them. I show you my wins. I show you my losses. I give you some insights into my strategy. I show you exactly what I'm doing. And I'm fully transparent about everything. And I believe, at least from years of experience being an entrepreneur to even being a trader now, trading is just amazing. And guys, just before I wrap this up, I want to tell you a quick story of why I switched from being an entrepreneur to being a trader. So in 2022, on November 2nd, I was actually diagnosed with a stage 2 brain tumor. Okay, and when I sat in the hospital, the doctor said, "Hey, it's a miracle that you're still alive. You should have been dead a couple of times." In that moment, I was like, oh, screw that, because I know I couldn't work for 3 more months. And I was running an agency back in the day. And my business failed because of that. My business went to, for multiple 5 figures per month, to about $3,000 per month. Because I was responsible for pretty much everything in that business. Okay, I had profit shares with some of my clients, but I couldn't do any more work for 3 more months. So all of these businesses that I worked with, well, they then obviously, and it made sense in my opinion, they went on to look for other agencies because there's hundreds of agencies out there that could potentially do what I was doing for them. So my business went to zero pretty much. And that's when I knew I had to find a way to make more money in less time with higher profit margins that can set me up for life financially. And trading is a great way of doing so. Like I said, check out my channel. You see all the money and all the profits that I make. It's truly life-changing. And yeah, I hope this video helped you, just to give you a perspective of what is possible with trading, why trading is not the holy grail, but it's just a business that is simpler in terms of moving parts for beginners. And if you have any questions, reach out to me in the comments down below, or on Instagram, you can send me a DM. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, guys, without further ado, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you very soon.